A story about the Beastie Boys, copyright law, and courts trying to determine the meaning of the word dope. And it begins with Monster Energy, who was sponsoring an event called Ruckus in the Rockies, and they hired DJ Z-Trip to promote the event. Now, independently of this event, Z-Trip had done a mega mix for the Beastie Boys, which he made available on his website that included a mix of several Beasties songs. He did this with the Beasties' permission, and he made it available for other people to download with Beasties' permission. Monster found out about the mega mix and they wanted to use it at their own. So what did they do? Contact Beastie's management or the record label or the Beasties themselves or the publishers? No, they contact Z-Trip, or they have their marketing director contact Z-Trip and say, hey, we want to do this video and we want to put it out there and to promote the event. And they send him the video that they had made, which includes his mega mix and video that they had added and the names of the Beastie Boys on it and the words RIP MCA on it. And Z-Trip sees it and he replies by email, dope. And based on that, or at least Monster says based on that, they put the video on YouTube and they made it available to the world to promote the event. Beastie Boys were not very happy about it. Z-Trip wasn't happy about it either. Beastie Boys sued Monster Energy. They sued for copyright infringement of the compositions, of the sound recordings, and also for trademark infringement for the Beastie Boys name and right of publicity under New York law of their surviving members of the Beastie Boys. Monster Energy brings in Z-Trip to the litigation. They bring what's called a third-party claim against Z-Trip. They claim he breached the contract with them and he also committed fraud because when he replied dope to that submission of the video, he was entering into a contract with Monster Energy and he was making representation that he had all the rights to give to Monster Energy. And if that sounds ridiculous to you, good, because it also sounds ridiculous to the court. And the court threw that out. They said, you're not entering into a contract, you're not accepting an offer when you say dope. In fact, there wasn't an offer at all. And Monster Energy had no business relying on that to determine that they had all the rights to the Beastie Boys songs and recordings to make that video. So Z-Trip was out of the litigation, Monster Energy was still in, and then right before trial, Monster Energy decides we're conceding infringement. We're conceding infringement. So it didn't go to trial on infringement, but it did go to trial on damages. And the jury awarded the Beastie Boys over $1 million in damages. Later, the court awarded over $600,000 in attorney's fees to the Beastie Boys. You might think that's a lot, but it's about a third of what the Beastie Boys sought.